crispy.
HD.
What do you mean HD?
HD.
Don't give me an HD.
Kelly, don't use your sexy voice, please.
This is my sexy voice.
Is who's gonna fuck me?
Are you gonna fuck me? Wait, is this on?
Yeah.
Oh, I was expecting to hear a PA system.
Get it all out now before your husband comes because.
Yeah.
Are we filming? Okay.
I ran into your husband.
Wait,
James?
Yes.
We're just talking about your husband.
Yeah.
hold on. Let me find the placement of this microphone so it can cover my face. All right, perfect.
Why are you Barbara on Oprah Winfrey right now? You're like,
I know I'm slouching.
I'm always like that. Even when I sleep like a vampire.
I love your
I'm literally just like this.
You sleep in a
like
chair.
James is all over the place. Like he's a wiggle city limits. And I'm literally like a
Wiggle
mummy.
City Limits?
Yeah.
Wiggle city limits, honey.
You sleep like Dracula.
Total.
I do the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, you dress like Dracula. She is, little people don't know this. She was in Ryan Murphy's American Horror Story Coven. You were in almost every scene, and then they had to cut you out because of that scandal.
The scandal.
Oh, right. You
The,
fucked all those football
exactly.
players.
No, the shake weight scandal.
The shake weight scandal, because I was trying to turn Jessica Lange on with a shake weight.
Oh.
Right.
And so
And-
they made me leave the set.
And they tried to press charges, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Honey, I'm always dressed for a funeral. I mean, it's usually my own. But this is actually Kate Moss.
Cape
Ooh.
Moss.
Yes, I didn't even know she had a clothing line.
She's got an agency.
Yes.
We look gorgeous as usual.
Well, I tried
Yeah,
it
you
on
look
in the dressing room,
incredible.
and I immediately wanted to snort coke and tear up a hotel room, honey. I felt like the only 90s supermodel. It was
But that's
amazing.
how you felt before you put it on.
Well, this
No,
is
that's
true.
who you were before you put it on.
Oh my
Are
God,
those
speaking of
ruched leggings?
supermodels, the Alex Contani.
You better shut up when Kelly's
Wait, what
talking.
did you
No, I'm
say?
trying to.
I'm
not-
sorry, what did
No,
you
I don't
say?
want to overlap. I was just asked if those were ruched leggings.
They are. Do you know your girl made these? Amy.
You had Amy make you black leggings?
Yes. Well, it was part of a gown.
Oh, I was like, you had her just make casual separates, you bitch.
I mean,
Amy,
my
I
jeans.
really want some cut-off jeans.
She's a woman of sports and leisure.
Amy, can you make me some Jinko jeans? I like the fishnets under.
Well, you know, I love
Layers of
I love a good
prostitution.
fishnet into a shoe.
Oh,
You know.
yeah. All that just for that.
Yes.
You could wear a fishnet sock.
Well, the problem is, it is a sock.
That's the
Yeah.
problem.
Touche.
The problem is, I wanted to go bare-legged, but
She looked over here like,
I wanted to go bare-legged, but I was cursed with knobby knees.
Mama, nobody goes bare-legged.
Yes.
Nobody does it.
Not when you're sitting in chairs that are too low to the ground, because your knobby knees are the only focal points.
Knobby knees.
you two have rather, let's say, like kind of like long legs. Slender leg, slender.
Yeah.
Slender
Leggy.
woman.
It has been too long since I have been bullied by these two
No, you want to talk
every
about
day of my life for a year and a half.
No.
You want to talk about bullied? Wait, have we ever had you on here together? I don't think so.
No, we've never had a menage a trois together. I left this.
I had you in my drag studio in West Hollywood once.
Yes.
That was way long ago.
I
And
did one with you, and I did one with you
I had
in
you
the
this
pink
spring.
studio. Now we're blue.
Yeah,
What do you think
everybody
about the
hates
blue, Kelly?
Blue, if
It
true.
reminds me of a place I used to stay at a mental hospital. When I first moved to LA, I had like a mental breakdown for a minute, and they threw me in the loony bin because words would not form out of my mouth. And the only way I was able to speak is if I was holding a guitar and strumming it. And so when my agent called, I would have to pick up a guitar and start strumming it in order to speak to him and be like, hello, how are you? I mean, it wasn't anything masterful. It was like A to C to D. But that's what the color of the walls was when they put me in there. It was only for like a week and a half. But
Wow.
I know. But it's also like a Tiffany blue.
Yeah.
Right.
Very Cartier.
Is it Tiffany or Robin's egg?
Ooh, good question. A little bit of both.
I don't know. I mean, people have very strong feelings about it.
They fucking
Some of the
hate it.
comments are like,
That blue killed my family.
Yeah, that blue killed my whole family.
That blue is
Now, y'all, be
as
nice.
names.
That blue is the reason the aliens won't talk to us. Shit like that. Kelly, one time, I just want to talk about bullying, Kelly. I remember when we were on tour during Trixie and Katya Live. Some of you might have seen Kelly in it last year, 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
It was so much fun.
And it was when I quit drinking. And Kelly goes, oh, God. Kelly goes, it's bad enough that one doesn't drink. Piss it off.
Girl, and I hear you're back on the bottle. Thank goddess. Honey, I have lost too many friends to sobriety. No offense. I want you to stay sober. I will still be your friend, but I've lost too many friends to sobriety. Thank goddess you're back on the bottle.
Well, you know, Kelly, you act like when I was drinking, you and I would just tear up the night.
Honey,
Kelly, you would stay in that venue drinking in your dressing room, eating ham and cheeses.
We would have the only kiki in the dressing room with our little wine and our little crackers and Cheez-Its and cheeses.
Can I tell you?
Katya was already passed out or in her hotel room.
She's in bed with a towel on the head at 8:30 on the bus. The show's not even over. And she's on the bus in bed.
And Trixie and I would hang out in the dressing room till the venue closed. They'd have to kick us out most nights.
I love that idea. I love that.
What do you
What?
love? What?
I wish I loved the taste. Wine tastes like shit. To me.
Honey, I don't love the taste of it. I only drink it to get drunk.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I don't understand non-alcohol. Do you drink non-alcoholic beverages?
My brother does, and that is the weirdest fucking thing. I can't think.
I don't understand it because I'm like, if it doesn't get you drunk, what is it? You're doing it for the taste?
It's like smoking cat shit.
That is weird.
I've had some like sparkling canned rosés that if you put them on ice, like if you're not drinking, it's kind of nice.
It's not better than a Pellegrino.
No, it's not better than a Pellegrino, but sometimes it's like something different, something fun to do.
And it gets you tipsy.
It gets you out and about in the
iced
community.
Coffee. I've been drinking iced coffees lately.
Are you cleaning out?
Mm-hmm. It's time.
Colon broom.
It's been years. 80.
I overheard in the dressing room that your husband's picking you up today. Does that mean you've been drinking today already? You can't drive yourself?
No. I don't drink.
Would you submit to a breathalyzer right now?
No.
I ran into your husband. In
that's
public.
what he told me.
Yeah, what a mensch. What a guy.
Oh, he's so hot. He is so hot, y'all.
So hot.
I mean, listen, I told him the other day, I said, the biggest gift you could give me is to go blind. Because then I wouldn't have to worry about what I look like all the time. My God.
Oh,
Can
blind.
you imagine?
I thought you said blonde.
Blind.
Well, obviously, I mean, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but a beautiful woman like you, I'm assuming being able to behold you is part of the fun of the
it's fine
deal.
for now. But can you imagine in like 10, 15, 20 years?
Or 5.
Will
we need him to go blind.
Love me when I'm no longer
Young and beautiful.
Why don't you poke his eyes out? Oops, I did it again.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Start with one eye and then you do the other one.
Oh, I like that. Maybe I will.
Well, by then, perhaps like you'll be in economic ruin and you'll have no lights out in your house. So you just sit around and face tape. Or your new pod takes off so fiercely that you get all the surge.
Oh.
Yeah. And you poke his eyes out.
And I poke his eyes out.
We have Kelly here today because we are involved in her brand new podcast. Kelly, tell us about the podcast.
You all are executive producers. Did you know this before
we just
today?
learned about it. Yeah, I just saw the deduction from my checking account.
Yep.
Right, exactly.
To be honest, Kelly, you're one of the only people I would ever get involved with in that way because I believe in everything you do.
Yes.
You know, I don't even think I've ever gotten a chance to publicly thank you all face to face for all the opportunities that you have infiltrated onto my life. And I'm eventually going to have to take a break like a struggling drag queen like Trixie Mantle because it is so much work. But yes, I just want to hold hands right now and
Mom,
thank you all.
When you did that, what was the line? What was the line? This is the, you will get, before you get totally assassinated. What was the line?
Oh yeah, from
What was the
Eagle
line?
Heart.
That was the best thing I've ever seen in my life. When you walk into the courtroom and you kill that judge.
What did I say?
You said, I want you to see. Oh,
The judge is like,
before you
is
get
it he?
completely assassinated.
Yeah, I love it. Completely assassinated.
Completely.
Not just
And I
assassinated.
added the completely.
That is so funny.
It needed like one extra like.
Not partially.
No. Not partially assassinated.
Completely
assassinated.
So funny.
Also, first, I must admit, I didn't see the whole episode, but obviously one of the plot points was gender because you walk in and the judge goes, ma'am, sir, like doesn't know who you are.
That's what I love about that episode. And, you know, that was on Adult Swim. And I just love that network and everything that they produced, General Hospital and all those shows. And it was so ahead of its time because it was talking about a non-binary character before they even, not General Hospital, the soap
Children's
opera.
Hospital. Children's Hospital.
Oh, is it called Children's Hospital?
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Children's Hospital.
You know, Cartoon Network and General Hospital.
Adult Swim is the tea.
But it was so ahead of its time.
Yeah.
And so I really loved that. It was so cool. And then I got blown up later, which was
You did?
amazing. I did.
Did you scream?
Fears.
Yes. they had to put all these contraptions right here on my body underneath my trench coat.
Oh, fierce.
And like you feel it go off and it's like a shock to the heart.
Oh my God.
SAG-AFTRA.
SAG-AFTRA.
SAG-AFTRA, honey.
Like,
Dues are, did you pay your dues?
fuck yeah.
Okay.
I'm always
dues.
up on my dues. I get those screeners, honey. Get those screeners,
I
honey.
get the screeners too. I never watch any of it. But they used to send DVDs and now they just send
Yeah,
I always
clips.
send the bad
It feels
ones.
less exciting.
I'm going to the premiere of Nosferatu tomorrow.
Are you?
Yeah. Or on the 12th. Yeah. I am so.
I wanted to go.
So
with
I think
you.
I think I might dress up as the vampire, which will take me about 3 minutes.
I was also invited, and I thought maybe we were both invited. And if I was available, I was going to say, let's go as fucking vampires.
Yeah, I think
Oh
me
my
and
God,
Andrew are
you
going to do it.
totally should.
You think so?
Yes.
It's not stupid.
No.
Not at all.
Okay.
It's perfect.
Because
Are
I
you
really
kidding?
do look like Nosferatu.
I love that.
Have you ever seen that clip of Selena Gomez and she has like blue in her hair and she's like, yeah, I just wanted to put a little blue in the hair for the teen Vogue party. That's going to be you with like your shitty vampire teeth
But the teen Vogue.
for the Nosferatu premiere.
I love that. You know what? I love how you know how you love to use prosthetics and
Yeah.
stuff. If you did all of the facial prosthetics, you could pull off the guy from Poltergeist.
Okay.
with the-
Mama, I don't need
yes.
the I don't need the
No,
prosthetics.
you do need the
You're all
prosthetics.
gonna
You're far
die
too
in
beautiful.
there.
But they're on the screen door. Oh my God, that would
Sweetie,
be
yeah.
amazing.
Can I come inside?
Huge of
You
two.
think I could? Yeah. You're all gonna die.
God.
It's, no,
That would
I
be
don't need any
amazing.
prosthetics, unfortunately.
Yes, you do.
Kane.
Kelly, you're obviously the epitome of glamour. Do you like to, if you ever got opportunities, do you like to play like old, nuggly, gross monster?
Oh, honey, I love to get my Meryl Streeps on. Yes.
And you think that Meryl's old and ugly?
No,
she's
what
a
I mean by
monster.
that is like in August of Osage County, you know, she has the cancers and everything. And like there's the, you know, the thing where she's like, you know, little old stubbles of hair coming out.
I
and
can
stuff.
smell you. You want to do Glenn Close
You
and
want the Deliverance.
and the Deliverance, yes.
I do.
Those
I
little
want
sharp
that.
teeth.
I love that. Because when I'm playing a character, I don't feel so like you're the character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, look at Sandy. She was she was horrible looking.
Beautiful
She was
teeth, Kelly.
not horrible
Thank you.
looking.
They're not real.
They're really
incredible.
there.
Well,
They are present.
they are here.
They're with us.
We're here.
The spirit of them is
We were here before we were here.
Hi, it's Trixie, and this episode is sponsored by Airbnb. I am from Wasaki, Wisconsin. I recently went up to Wasaki, Wisconsin, and that area only has like 2 motels really in the area of where that is. And I went on the website. I wasn't really sure about it. I wasn't sure about the accommodations. I wasn't sure about the price based on, you know, what I was getting. And I didn't want to stay at a hotel that was like attached to a gas station. So, you know, Airbnb for that area was the way to go. It was easy to use the Wi-Fi, the laundry. I mean, and I just brought like things like eggs and toast. And because it was a real cabin, they had pots and pans and spatulas. And, you know, instead of when you're staying somewhere remote where it's not like you can just like get food delivered, it was really great to be able to like just cook for myself. I loved it. If you guys ever want to go to Wasaki, look for The Cabin by Jody. It was so beautiful and perfect. It was like 5 bedrooms and it was so affordable. And I didn't even need all those bedrooms, but it was like, why not? It was really affordable. And my favorite thing as well is that it just felt, I don't know, am I really going to go to like remote Wisconsin? You know, most of my families, all my families moved to Milwaukee now. So I didn't have like a home to stay in. So I really got that hometown feel. And I don't think I would have got that if I was staying in a hotel, honestly. You guys, I've even stayed in Airbnbs on the drag queen tours. There was one drag queen tour I was on where it was like me and 2 or 3 other big famous drag queens all staying in a house together. And like the memories I have of us like playing board games or like, you know, hungover making breakfast in the morning is like really core memories of what made those trips special. I can't remember a lot of the hotels I've stayed in, but I can remember every single Airbnb I've stayed in. If you want more space, more privacy, a better location, and the most loved homes, check out Airbnb.com or download the Airbnb app. That's ARBNB.com. Take it from the queen of relaxation. You owe yourself a trip, and trips are always better with Airbnb. Today's episode of Bald and the Beautiful is brought to you by our friends at Via. You guys, is it cuffing season? Is there extra heat in the bedroom to fight off the winter chill? Are you planning ways to elevate love for Valentine's Day? Keep the passion alive using the natural power of hemp with Via. Via has developed a unique blend of pleasure-enhancing cannabinoids, cannabinoids, libido strengthening herbs, and a medium dose of THC all into one mind-blowing gummy called High Love. It is kind of like an aphrodisiac herb pairing with a very mild amount of THC. And what I like about it sometimes is, I don't know if anybody else overthinks, if anybody else gets in their own head, but sometimes in the middle of the passion, I will start overthinking what's going on. I start second guessing everything about everything in my life. It's like intrusive thoughts at a time where I'm like, hello, I'm trying to be more present. And this high selling, high love gummy will awaken your senses, increase blood flow, and intensify a sexual experience. Via just dropped their high love bundle, which includes a pack of gummies and a THCA vape, so you can unlock the full experience at a reasonable price just in time for Valentine's Day. And let me just say, you don't have to have a partner to have an impassioned night in with yourself. I think you know what I'm talking about. Trusted by over 500,000 happy customers, Via is well renowned for their award-winning THC and THC-free gummies and vapes. THCA flower, soothing topicals. You guys, the topicals for my little right knee, you know, my little arthritis that's kind of ongoing, it's very, very beneficial just to loosen everything up. And it gets delivered anywhere in the US in very discreet packaging directly to your door with a worry-free guarantee, no medical card required. So if you're 21 plus, check out the link to Via's website, link in our description, and use the code BALD for 15% off. And if you're new to Via, get a free gift of your choice. And what I really like about Via too is that there's THC products that range from 0 milligrams to 100. And I really like that because for those of us who are not experienced with THC and are looking to have a safe experience that makes us feel like looked out for, I like that it's so regulated because I can dial in exactly the level of experience I want, and I'm not either like disappointed that I don't feel anything or like flipping out. You know what I mean? If you're 21 plus, check out the link to Via in our description and use the code BALD to receive 15% off. And if you're new to Via, you get a free gift of your choice. After your purchase, they ask you where you heard about them. Please support the program and tell them that we sent you, Bald and the Beautiful. This Valentine's Day, elevate your love life with Via. Wait a minute. I want to go talk about that cross-dresser bar, something peanuts. But before we
7969,
do you know about this?
No.
Okay, tell her.
Oh my God, you would have left it,
Where
girl.
is it?
Because I know your stories. I know your stories.
She used to go to a doll house with the girls, with the boys would go meet the dolls, called 7969 Peanuts. Not the kitten, not the cat splat or whatever the sexy name.
7969 Peanuts?
Peanuts on 7969
Penis.
Santa Monica Boulevard.
No, not
P-E-N-I-S?
Peanuts. Peanuts.
It was a bar,
Hot and
7969 Santa Monica Boulevard. It's still there. It's something else now. Raja would perform there. Delta would perform there. RuPaul would
go
come
there,
and
yes.
watch the shows. And it was a bar for the dolls.
7969 Peanuts. I just feel like there's a branding issue. I just feel that to me sounds like you sell peanuts at the mall. It could have been like
It's giving Wetzel's Pretzels.
it could have been like the lavender room. It could have been
the Kitty Cat Club.
Yeah. Peanuts.
The Dollhouse.
It's like, hey,
I know.
do you want to meet me out for a drink? Yeah, where should we go? How about the peanuts? Like, I don't know about that.
7969 Peanuts.
7969 peanuts. And then the other one that I was telling Trixie they had was called the Lodge. But that was where all the cross-dressers would go, like the truck trappers.
That's not giving Crossy.
No.
The Lodge is giving
Honey.
like DL.
And it looked like a lodge. It was very, everything was brown
No.
and wooden.
Katya and I always lament like when I started doing drag, especially the presence of cross-dressers in the clubs, I felt was more prevalent.
Yeah.
It was the drag queens and I don't know how to describe it other than men who dress up for
Cross-dressers.
the public turn on of
Yeah.
cross-dressing,
Cross-dressers. Yeah.
which is a
love
different
that.
reason than drag queens or trans women are, you
Right.
know what I mean?
Well, for one, they don't like crowds. They don't like big crowds of girls that are not their target. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're not going to meet blue hairs. You know what I
Right.
mean?
But they have a convention
they sure on the
in
Tiffany
Boston.
Club.
Is
Yeah.
it in Boston?
They have it. There's one in Boston, but it's the Tiffany Club is one of the. Yeah, it's like.
and
it's
usually
like,
they show up with their wives because their wives are usually supportive of their
Right.
cross-dressing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're
They're
always
usually
straight.
straight.
Usually, yeah.
And they love the dolls.
They love the
They
dolls.
love the dolls.
They love to put their little kitten heel on and wobble through the kitchen with the selfie stick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
I do that.
Lauren
Am I a
Desire.
cross-dresser?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I just remember being younger and like sometimes it's like, you know what? you're all right, gal. And then they start hitting on you and you're like, you're not that all right.
I know.
gal.
I'm like, girl, this ain't that kind of kiki. We
This
ain't
ain't
gonna
that
turn
kinda
the kiki
kiki.
into a kai kai.
Yeah.
Have you done the kai kai?
No,
Oh, Jesus.
absolutely not.
Okay.
That's the only thing she hasn't done.
No, I have not done the kai kai.
You wouldn't?
Huh?
You wouldn't have a kai kai, a three-way with your husband?
No.
You
no.
ain't woman enough to take my man.
I mean, listen, you ain't woman enough to take my man. I don't know. I mean, I have been in many lesbian relationships.
What?
Yes, I've been in many lesbian relationships. My very first girlfriend, like real relationship, she was a Madonna lookalike. She like
For
Madonna
real?
lookalike. Yeah, for real.
It was Venus Delight.
Girl, that scene of her hitting the mirror in the dance room and the thing and the
Have you ever
thing.
seen this?
No.
It's Kelly. Let her rip.
What is it?
I am Madonna. And then she takes the wig off. Venus. It's fucking.
From what show?
She was on a television
cinematic.
program about like I'm obsessed, and she was.
I'm obsessed with it.
I'm
I'm
obsessed.
obsessed.
I'm obsessed with.
I'm
it.
obsessed with it.
And,
It is,
and her
it's the most
obsession
beautiful
was
clip.
impersonating Madonna.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
And she struggled with the push and the pull of being this other person but not being this other person, and her identity between the two.
It's amazing. It is cinematic.
I'll have to watch it.
If
Yeah.
you were going to be a celebrity impersonator, do you get somebody a lot? Like when you're up in the drags, do people have like, oh, you look like?
Y'all, I get Taylor Swift all the time.
I can see that. Yeah,
All the
I can
time.
see that.
I was in an Uber the other night in a little SUV, and I was back there on my phone, and I had the window rolled down, and there were two gays at the bus stop, and they were like, Taylor? And I like look over.
Dane?
And I know.
Yeah. Tim the
And I
Tool
roll
Man
up
Taylor.
the window and it goes up, and they're like, "Oh my God, that was Taylor Swift!" Like I heard them scream, like because
Oh
I
my-
had like bangs and like the thing, and
Shitty blonde hair.
yeah,
I think next time that happens, you should lean out the window and go like, I stay out too late, and just pull away. Well, you had your guitar.
it's either that exactly, especially when I'm playing my guitar, but it's either that or Christine Baranski. So it's like a whole spectrum,
Which is night. I mean, that's like mother daughter.
total.
Yeah,
I
that's fierce. Yeah.
She's
I
quite
guess
pretty.
it's
I'll take it.
absolutely.
I
right?
fucking love her.
Yeah, if you had
She's
to,
so good.
if you worked at a club that demanded at least one celebrity impersonation, who would you do?
See, I'm terrible at impersonation.
What did you have to? Like, you know, like somebody does Cher, somebody does Madonna.
Do you think
Did
you'd
you do
bust out
Taylor?
like a shitty dolly or something?
I think no. See, I can't do that. Who would I do? I would do Cher.
Yeah, Cher.
I would do Cher.
Would
You got
love
the
that.
eyes.
Yeah. I love you. I love you, Chastity, even Chase. Wait, what's his name?
Chaz.
Chaz. I love you, Cheers.
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 Cheers. Cheers,
I love you,
Wiz.
cheers.
What is that?
That's actually, listen, in this group, that's a
Yeah.
great share
Seriously.
because, you know, it can get a lot worse.
Mm.
Yeah, it can get a lot fucking worse.
Your
I love
shoes
your
are
Cher.
absolutely bewitching.
Thank you.
Do you drive, Kelly Mantle?
Fun. Do I drive? Yeah.
She drives like a sports.
What's
Oh,
that
honey,
like?
I love to drive. I love my muscle cars. I like to put the top down.
She drives
I
a
gotta go.
convertible.
You have to
79. I
take your
have a
top
79
off.
Camaro with T-tops. We take those T-tops off, honey.
The T-girls and the T-tops, girl. And are you a
M for
safe driver?
T-top.
Are you kind of mowing people down?
I'm a hellion.
No seatbelt in the car.
Oh, sometimes.
The car's
Not in the
flying down
Camaro.
the car's flying down the road. She's in the back
Well,
seat
like-
whipping her hair.
If the seatbelt doesn't match your outfit,
That's huge if true. Can I tell you, I feel that way about purses. If it doesn't match, don't leave it at
No.
home. And
I don't understand a mismatched purse.
And for DJing, headphones have to like somewhat go with the outfit.
Very
Do
that.
it.
Because you have pink ones.
Pink ones, black ones, rhinestone
Yeah.
ones.
Oh,
They have to
really?
match.
How
I
many
fucking
headphones?
love when you DJ.
Well,
Do you remember when we
God.
went to that club there in, I think it was Australia? and
Oh, that was fab.
that was so good.
That was actually really
that
fun.
was fun. You know,
And I love that you always throw in, gimme a man after midnight.
Yeah, you played a good selection.
that's been one of my
so
go-to
good.
ending ones for years because it's impossible to beat.
Ah,
Like people
so
love
good.
that song.
So good.
The other one I end with when people are really drunk and I want them to really turn up is the I love it.
I love
the
it.
Iconopop one?
Yes.
Have you ever meshed gimme a man after midnight into Madonna's Hung Up?
Well, they're so similar.
I know. Well,
Well, it's a
she actually
sample, right?
samples it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a sample and it's like she kind of misplaces it and reverses it. And she didn't sing it when I saw her, which really, I love that song and she didn't sing it.
That's my absolute
that's
favorite
right.
Madonna
she didn't
song.
add that to
And
her
she didn't.
tour, did
And
she?
she didn't
do Hung
sing
Up?
L-U-V Madonna, which I love. And she didn't sing Beautiful Stranger. Those are like my three faves.
Well, those aren't concert songs.
I
Yeah.
know.
But Hung Up is I feel like her best.
I know.
What's
I
her
was really
best song in the
surprised it
last 20
wasn't part
years?
of it. I was hoping she was going to add Rescue Me too. Rescue Me.
That's like a deep cut though.
I know, but she said in an interview that she would add it.
What's your
I think Bob helped her with the set list. It's all y'all's fault, Bob.
what would your set list be? Madonna's like, hi, you're my set list manager.
Shut up.
Do it right now.
Get Here.
Never heard it.
Get Here If You Can. It's on Confessions.
Oh,
It's song number 2.
okay.
And Get Here. I Hung Up.
Mhm.
Anything from Confessions, anything from Like a Prayer. She'd have to throw in Burning Up.
She did Burning Up in this
She
tour.
did Burning Up. I think she opened with it, didn't she? Or
She
no,
played her guitar. She talked about her days at CBGB.
Yes, exactly. I mean, there's so many. Frozen.
Mm.
I mean, my gosh.
I wanted to do Bedtime Story or like Human Nature. Something from Bedtime Story.
Yes.
Secret.
Yes.
Some of them, honestly-
my baby's got a secret.
Some of them I wouldn't have asked to see like in my dream list, but then like when she did Ray of Light, I loved it. But I
Yeah.
wouldn't have really thought of like, can't wait to hear Ray of Light, but then live I loved it.
Mm.
And I love Borderline.
Borderline was great. And Burning Up was awesome when she did it.
Hey,
was
Mr.
great.
DJ,
Oh,
put a record
music.
on.
I
I
think
want to dance with my baby.
for the girls who have all those hits though, I mean, how many can you fit in one? You got to kill your babies a little bit.
I know.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
You
wild.
gotta kill your baby.
I mean, that woman, my gosh, I am just.
I just saw Cindy when I did her thing.
Oh, you did Cindy.
and
It
she
was
did
so
basically everything I hoped she would
cute.
do.
Oh,
Including
I love that.
When You Were Mine with that Prince song.
Yes, I love the cover of the Prince song.
I was like, it's not
When You
it's a
Were
Prince
Mine.
song. Maybe she won't do it. And it was amazing. I was like,
Did she do And I'm Heading West?
No.
Heading West?
sorry, girl.
I
Pouring
love
out
that
for Heading
song.
West.
True Colors was horny. She had this long rainbow scarf with this fan that blew the scarf straight up in the air. And she was holding it, singing True Colors, and it was all super gay. And at the end, she let it go and it flew away.
Wow. Okay.
It was
What was it like being on stage singing with her? Were you just
terrifying.
like,
Terrifying.
I bet.
Terrifying.
And Girls Just Want to Have Fun is a hard key.
Oh, I just sang it an octave below her. No, she was like,
Yeah.
all right, girl. I messed up one of the words and she stopped the whole rehearsal. In a nice way. She was like,
Really?
She kicked her in the cunt.
no, she was like, Trixie, this is a song of protest. You said, and daddy. She's like, no, it's but. You're not agreeing with your father. You're a woman. She was like, you're a woman and this is what you want. Don't meet your dad halfway. Tell that man what you want. And I was like, damn.
Girls just want fundamental rights.
Hello.
She says it's a song of protest. It has to have integrity. And I was like,
Absolutely.
listen,
Girls
I'm
just
with
want
you.
equal pay.
Yep.
Damn.
And it's not even hers.
Right. She told me she
It's a
changed.
cover.
She changed a couple.
Change some of the lyrics.
the
yeah.
words.
Boys want to have fun?
It was girls don't want to have fun. And it
I
was
think
about
it was
keeping
written
women.
by a man, though, wasn't it? It's wild.
Perhaps.
This episode is brought to you by Ritual. Everywhere I go, it's the same thing. Whether I'm at the opening of my friend's artisan mashed potato pop-up or walking my neighbor's pet goat Wilhelm Rammstein, it seems like everyone is talking about the gut microbiome these days. When I visited my friend Hercules Starburst to try on the new dress he was making for this year's live Bald and Beautiful tour, he couldn't stop talking about his gut microbiome. He told me all about his flora and fauna and how the microbiome is key to our mental health, immunity, and of course, digestion. He even sang me a song called If Your Tummy is Bloated and You're Stuck at Home, Ritual has got your back, your belly, and even your biome. It was horrible, but take it from both me and Hercules. With Synbiotic Plus, a 3-in-1 supplement of clinically studied pre, pro, and postbiotics, you can help support a balanced gut microbiome with daily use. For instance, do you know the difference between prebiotics, probiotics, and postbiotics? They sound super similar, but it's actually fascinating how they work together. Probiotics contain the live microorganisms themselves, the kind that make up a flourishing microbiome. Prebiotics contain the nutrients that microorganisms need, and postbiotics are natural byproducts that support the gut barrier. And while both Hercules and I have both raved about how Ritual Symbiotic Plus helped transform us from ghastly monsters to cool, calm, and regular pooping members of society, scientists are also praising Ritual. In a study that modeled the human colon, Symbiotic Plus increased the growth of beneficial bacteria and microbial diversity. It's designed with a delayed release capsule to help reach the colon, not the stomach, an ideal place for probiotics to survive and grow. All it takes is one daily mint-scented capsule for simple, streamlined gut support. Plus, it's vegan-friendly and formulated without GMOs, major allergens, animal products, shady fillers, or artificial colors. So get your gut going. Support a balanced gut microbiome with Ritual's Symbiotic Plus. Get 25% off your first month at ritual.com/bald. That's ritual.com/bald for 25% off your first month.
Kelly, what's going to happen on your new pod?
You just read my mind. I was just going to ask that.
I read your mind because she had a fucking psychic recently.
Oh, that's
Are we allowed
right.
to give away what's happening on the pod? Okay.
Oh
You
my
got to
gosh.
give us the kernel.
I have no idea what I'm doing, y'all.
Great.
I mean, I'm not much of a talker.
Okay, Kelly, we're trying to promote the pod.
Oh,
We want
so my
people
new
to-
podcast, I love talking.
Semi-nude?
And I love what I'm
Semi-nude.
doing.
Semi-nude podcast.
I love touring. I love touring. I
Yeah.
don't know what
I
you're
love to
talking
tour.
about. I love to tour.
I go through hell talking on the microphone.
I love podcasting. No, it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's basically just me with good friends or new friends, and we kiki. And I had Tammy. Tammy's on it.
Oh, damn.
Angeria is on it. Coco. I had Coco Peru. And then we had a psychic medium. And should I tell it?
Yes.
Yes,
Y'all are my executive producers. You let me
Yes.
know. Should
Hold
I?
on.
Yeah.
Let me ask.
We cut
Okay.
the checks.
Yep, they said it's okay.
Okay.
I can't believe they don't hear that.
What's the
sorry.
airplane?
Yeah.
I love the airplane sounds because it also means a transition in life. And we just brought up the psychic medium. I proved to
Mary-
you last time I was psychic.
Mary, we're next to an airport. Like, there's bound to be flight sound. Every time a plane goes by, she's like, can you believe it?
Transitions. People going from
Every time a plane goes over, someone transitions.
Yes.
Someone in this room has to transition now.
Someone,
So the psychic.
it's Carrie Colby Airlines.
Who is the psychic?
Mancuso?
Sherry Mancuso. Thank you. Sherry Mancuso. She was very popular. She's still very popular, but she was big on the talk show circuit in the 80s and the 90s.
Like Phil Donahue.
Exactly.
Giselle, Jesse Raphael.
Giselle, Jesse Raphael, all those. And she gave me a reading. She had her eyes shut, and she told me my grandmother was coming through. And I said, now I'm not going to believe this. I said this to myself as I was sitting there. I was like, I won't believe this unless she brings up the horse.
The
Because
horse or the horse?
The horse.
The horse.
The horse. They might have been whores, but they were horses. Because my grandma, right before she died, said, Kelly, did you see the white horse at the top of the street? And I said, now, Call, there aren't no horses because we're in Oklahoma City.
She was asking you for cocaine. Do you want to ride the
Heroin.
white horse?
Heroin.
Oh, was
That
it
might have
heroin?
been what
Yeah.
she was asking
Oh.
for, which I could have provided, and it might have kept her alive.
So
But
you killed your grandma.
I killed my grandmother because I didn't supply her with coke.
Right.
Wait, so how do you think she knew about this horse? Let's be very, very
So I don't,
skeptical.
because I've never told the story about the horse other than to, like, you know, close friends and family at, like, you know, whatever, never live on a thing. And I'm sitting there and she has her eyes shut and she opens her eyes and looks at me and says, what's the story about the horse?
That's very creepy.
Damn.
I was like, what?
You said,
How
I
did
have a
you
long
know
face.
that?
Okay. So, what did you gag?
Did I gag?
Like, did you? I would have flipped out, like, gotten the chills and everything.
Oh my God, I freaked out because I literally said it to myself right before she said it. I told myself, I don't believe this woman's real. She's giving very general things.
Yeah.
And I said to she shut her eyes and I said to myself in my head, if she doesn't bring up the horse, I'm not going to believe this woman. And
That's
she
crazy.
literally opened
That's
her eyes and
crazy.
said, what's the story about the horse?
I would have punched her. Yeah.
Well, didn't you say she had some kind of like she was famous for like solving some cases or something, right?
Well, yeah, she
found the Zodiac killer.
she worked with like FBI and detectives and police departments to help locate like dead bodies.
Missing babies.
I wanted to find the one that Tammy Brown was talking about.
Jessica?
The dead body.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I just watched that this morning.
I know.
I
So
found it on
good.
this morning. Dead
I watched
bodies.
your interview with Bruce Balanche this morning. It was so good.
Girl, that was so crazy because the more I tried to learn about him, the more I realized I could never learn everything about him because
No.
his career was so
He's done everything.
beyond.
Isn't it crazy?
Hollywood Squares, right?
Yes.
crazy. Hollywood Squares, writing on it and being on it. Not to
Bette
mention
Midler. I mean, he wrote all the jokes.
Barbara,
for all
everybody.
the legends. I know.
wild.
Wild. A joke writer, honey.
What is your favorite part of the podcast?
My favorite part of the podcast
The
is the
semi-nude part.
ending. Is when it ends.
Kelly, we're
That's
trying to
my
promote
favorite.
that you're, chatty.
My favorite part of the podcast is the beginning. I love when it begins and I get to talk and engage.
Do people have to pay for it, or is it free of charge?
It is free of charge. You can go on my
Whoa, it's
YouTube
free.
channel. If you go to the youtube.com and you type in Kelly Mantle, my little channel is going to pop up there toward the bottom.
Incredible. And don't you think
And
that
you
if the people subscribe and
Yes.
watch your videos,
and
your life
we're
is going to
also
improve?
available anywhere where you get your podcasts is available to you right now.
Spotify?
Anywhere availability is available for podcasting and podcasts and availables.
Mhm.
Huge. True.
Apple storage unit and Spotify.
What if I Spotify?
Yes.
Yes.
We're on Spotify.
You guys,
Is that correct?
Kelly's husband said that if she doesn't start majorly bringing in the bacon, she's going to get a divorce.
Honey, she wore
So-
the bacon to bring home the bacon.
She's going to get her eyes poked out if she doesn't make some money.
Now there's there's Bob and Monet, there's us, there's all the girls. What is Kelly? There's Joe Rogan.
Yes.
There's Delta Work, the
Yes,
greats.
the greats.
Now, what are you bringing to the table that's a little different than what the other girls are bringing?
Yeah. What's this?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
What
Honey, she is-
distinguishes the singularity of the Mantle brand from your average podcaster?
Messy,
Messy.
chaotic, lots of long pauses.
Can I say what
lots of
unpredictable.
subtextual conversations going on inside my head that
Layered.
never come out on the microphone.
And everything turns lesbian.
Okay.
And everything turns lesbian.
Everything turns lesbian.
The lesbians are going to love my podcast because we are very lesbian-tronic
Okay.
on it,
Layered.
layered.
The lesbians love you.
Lesbian transgenders love me.
Lesbian transgenders.
Yes. The lesbian transgenders love me.
Lesbian
the Kelly
transgenders
Mantle
love you.
podcast, a place for lesbian
Kelly
Transgender-
Mantle podcast.
A place,
The place.
a place where lesbian transgenders can come listen to long pauses. What the fuck? The long pause with Kelly Mantle.
Now, am I doing this right?
Great.
Is this the way?
That's great. No, you're doing it terribly.
What's
I
it
think-
called now? Kelly Mantle's podcast?
The Kelly Mantle
The
Show.
Kelly Mantle Show.
Now, the Kelly Mantle Show is bound to be something unique, riveting, and unexpected. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, I think what happens is things come to my mind in the middle of conversations. And so it can go from A to Z very quickly without much transition going on.
Unpredictable.
We don't
Kind
do
of
that.
like my gender
Oh.
identity. It just goes from A to Z very abruptly.
What age did you lose your virginity?
I lost my virginity to the Madonna lookalike. And so I was a freshman in college.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Isn't that wild? I lost my virginity to a woman who looked like Madonna.
Damn.
It was
Wow.
the most amazing, immaculate.
That's the most LGBT
misconception.
thing I've ever heard.
That is pretty LGBT.
It
Was
really
there
is.
music playing?
Madonna.
Yeah. Do you remember the song?
Justify My Love.
Oh, wow.
And it had just been banned on MTV.
I also really like Wrap You Up in My Love. Wrap you up in my love.
I'm going to wrap you up in my love. Did you know I used to think it said, dress you up in nylons?
Well, it could.
It's dress you up in my love.
It's Dress You Up. Why did I think Wrap You Up? That's the Christmas version.
Yeah. Christmas.
Do you like Christmas, Kelly Mantle?
I fucking hate
Kelly.
Christmas. I'm
This is the
sorry.
only thing she gets opinionated
listen,
on.
honey,
Yeah.
listen. If I had
really-
children, then I would decorate and do the whole thing because, you know, it's for the children. But we are adults. We are celebrating a day for a man who was born to a virgin. To all you virgin
Santa?
mothers out there,
Yes.
I see you, Mary. I mean, there's only one.
But I mean, you know, Jesus, besides Jesus, you don't like the snow and the lights and the
Hashtag
presents. and
tax the churches.
This is the thing. This is the
Merry
thing.
Christmas.
This is the issue. It's one of two things. Mary got pregnant by a man without consent,
Uh-huh.
or Mary took hot loads on the side and then pretended to be a virgin.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I'm going to go with the latter.
That's
Or-
right up there with like, oh, I'm on the DL and I got gonorrhea. Must have got it from a urinal. Like,
or like,
no.
or an angel.
Don't know.
An angle.
Yeah.
I got gonorrhea from an angle.
Touched by an angle.
Have you ever gotten STI, Kelly?
No, I don't even know what that is.
Sexually transmitted infection.
No, I hope not.
You've never had an STI?
No.
For real?
No.
Gonorrhea?
No.
Syphilis?
No.
Herpes?
No.
Shingles? Rubella?
No.
Mumps?
Shingles is a sexually transmitted?
Everything, if it's transmitted during sex,
No.
if you get a paper cut during sex, it's an STI.
Measles? Mumps? Rubella?
Well, no, I did get a paper cut on one of my fallopian tubes one time. They were trying to put a post-it there to remind them.
Post-it notes up the pussy.
So you have this strapping military husband who's gorgeous and handsome.
He's so
James.
hot.
Shout out to James.
Hi, James.
And did he know when you all got together? Did he know
That I wasn't born a female?
No. I don't know what you're talking about. Did he know that maybe perhaps you weren't exactly a virgin and white up to that moment? Did he know that you'd perhaps made the rounds?
Did you know that your flower bed had been trampled?
Did he know that, you had kind of
That you were a loose woman?
Time
Wide
Central Station?
open,
Yeah.
An old boot?
No, he did not know that, but he's going to know now. Thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
revealing that here on the podcast.
A rusty wheel.
He thinks you escaped a convent.
I don't think we talk about it because it's kind of one of those things that's off limits.
Oh.
But I think he knows.
I think relationships are built on secrets and lies.
There you go. Relationships are made in the dark.
Absolutely.
You know.
I mean,
Bonds are
I've
forged
been
at
with
night.
actors and athletes and rock stars and
I think you're
washed up stars and
Who's the most rude celebrity you've met?
Is it us?
No, it's not us.
She's afraid to say.
We're not celebrities.
Judge Judy Shanklin.
Shanklin.
Is that her name?
Shanklin.
Shanklin.
and
Shanklin.
Katya are
Shanklin.
so rude. No, you know the answer
really.
to this.
I don't-
Modern Family.
Who?
Remember
I don't remember.
our pod that we did together?
It was so long ago.
Sophia Vogel-Borgarga.
No.
way. Someone's so hot, they're liable to be a...
I know.
Which
She didn't
Maybe
let you
it was
look in
just
the
a
eye.
bad day. I'm just going to say it was a bad day.
Of course.
Because she's hilarious and beautiful and talented and gorgeous and wonderful.
She's just
so
like
I'm sure
us.
it was just a bad day.
She's allowed to have a bad day.
We worked together on the set and it was not the most pleasant experience I've ever
Now, why was it
experienced.
unprofessional behavior or just cunty behavior?
It wasn't toward me.
Okay.
It was the way that some of her staff was being treated.
Oh, wow.
toward
Yeah.
her. And one of the big things was that in the episode, she's wearing a wig. And so they kept wanting to put bobby pins in the wig. And she kept telling them no bobby pins. So in the shot, they yell action, and I'm supposed to put the crown on her hair.
Oh.
So I put the crown on, and then they say cut. And she's like, watch out for the wig. You're putting the crown on my head. And I said, well, girl, you should have put those bobby pins in.
What the heck?
Kelly.
So I know. It just came flying out of my mouth. So, but it was more than that. But that was one of the little things that happened that day. That was a fun day.
Did she beat the shit out of you?
She did.
Yeah.
She,
She beat the shit out of you, didn't she?
well, she ruptured my funny bone.
Did you have any clothes on?
No,
She snapped both
we did the whole
tibulas.
thing nude.
It was a very Modern Family.
It was Halloween.
Halloween episode?
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Do you like Halloween?
I love Halloween. Every day is Halloween.
Will you dress for
me.
it? Yeah.
Every day is Halloween.
What's
for
your
me.
favorite Halloween costume that you've done?
My favorite Halloween costume I've ever done? Wonder Woman. I did Wonder Woman. It was hot. It was a sexy Wonder Woman.
A woman who wonders. That's your new pod name too. A woman who
I
wonders.
wonder.
I also went one year with a guitar and a Darth Vader mask and called myself Darth Brooks.
So you carried
That's funny.
you wore a mask and carried an acoustic instrument to the bars.
Well, it wasn't the bars. It was a stage thing.
That's funny.
And I
Darth
didn't want to put
Brooks.
on makeup that day. So I was Darth Brooks.
Do you ever miss? Well, I guess do you ever miss? Like we talked about it on the pod when you came on with me. You didn't really do drag in like a regular sense before. Before you were like primarily acting. You were primarily acting the whole time.
I was a huge fan of drag shows and I would go to the clubs all the time and watch drag shows, but I never really was in the drag shows at the clubs.
So when you did Drag Race,
when I did Drag Race, I didn't have that 5-night-a-week experience of putting looks together and styling hair and putting, outfits together and makeup and the whole thing. I had usually always had it done for me or, was doing it for a character that I was playing or something like that. So I really got in over my head on that one.
Girl.
Damn.
But it's one of those things where they say, like when you go into an audition, they say, do you speak Russian? You're like, sure.
Yes,
and then
of
you'll
course I
go
do.
home and like figure it out because you just want to get the role. So it was kind of like,
Oh shit.
they'd been asking me to be on Drag Race for so many the first 2 seasons, and then it dropped off and they didn't ask me anymore. And then season 6 came rolling around. And I thought, well, I can do this. How hard can it be?
It's hard.
They said, Kelly, we heard that you don't own many wigs and you don't really lip sync or work in clubs, and we need you on Drag Race.
Well,
we
know
need
what
that
else
point of view.
is, I was so used to being on sets where you kind of get to ask them, can you put the camera over on this side? Because this is my good side. Or I was on the set of Drag Race and I didn't realize, because I'd never been on a reality show before, the cameras would come over here and I'd be like, can you all come over to this side and shoot me from this angle? And they're like, Kelly, you can't talk to the camera people. And
Valerie
I'm like, well, why not?
Yeah.
And so when Ru came up to our workstations, I said, honey, could you stand on this side since the cameras are right here? And
That's
just let
why
them
they
come?
cut you.
That's why they sent me home.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think anything of it. I thought, everyone just works like that and they'll be cool with it, because Ru's gorgeous. She's got 2 good sides. And she looked at me and she's like, okay.
You bitch.
And
She had you.
Wait, she did?
RuPaul can have you audited like that. RuPaul has a lot of power.
So that's probably why I went home.
Yeah. Damn.
But I didn't know that you weren't supposed to do that.
To tell RuPaul where to stand and talk directly to the camera.
Well, no,
it's
I didn't.
not the news,
I didn't
Kelly.
tell her.
She's like doing the weather in the workroom.
I asked very nicely. I said, do you mind?
Oh my God.
That's almost worse.
That is worse.
And that southern
That's worse.
accent.
Yeah.
Hey, doll.
Yeah.
Could you just,
Would you do me a favor, Ru? My
Oh,
gosh,
no.
that's
Was that
hysterical.
bad?
You know that.
Kelly, I think it's fine. Can I be honest, Kelly? I think the point of view that you offer that's so special is in some ways you're like so beyond tuned in and intuitive. And I think you have so much wisdom and you know about everything. But in other ways, you're like, what's DVR?
Yeah, you literally
know
What is
and-
DVR?
That's what I mean. You know and don't know.
What is that? Is that a sexually transmitted disease?
Yeah.
Well, they're called STIs now. Infections.
Oh,
Diseases is very
Sorry.
90s. It's very queer as folk.
STI.
Like you would be familiar with like 4 different kinds of Mongolian silk, but you don't know what a stop sign is.
Yes. Well, I actually don't know what 4 Mongolian silks
I know.
are either.
Are you
Right.
tech savvy, Kelly?
Yeah.
Yes, I think. Well, no, actually, I'm not. I meant to send you one the other day. I sent you this thing. Did you get it?
Sent me one.
I sent you a text.
Oh, a text.
Babe, tech savvy.
Like
Technology savvy.
Oh, no.
Do you have a satellite dish?
I think I do. This reminds me, I had a dream about Trixie
Okay.
a couple of months ago, and you were the Spectrum cable person.
Oh.
And you were you showed up in overalls.
We fucked.
But you were dressed as Trixie. No, you climbed up
I
to
was
the
in
top
drag?
of the cable pole. Yes, in overalls.
Kelly, if you
And you were trying to unhook my cable. And I was knocking on my window going, why are you unhooking my cable? You were the Spectrum cable woman
The cable
that came to my
woman.
thing.
at
didn't
least
pay the
did I,
bill.
So
look,
no, I don't have a satellite dish. I have Spectrum cable.
Mobile.
did I look good?
Yes.
Hey, honestly, if you see me outside your house hanging off your building trying to unhook your cable,
Don't ask no
leave me
questions.
alone.
You had on brown shoes.
Oh my God.
I just remember brown shoes because they were dangling from the
Dangly
pole.
brown shoes.
Dangly brown shoes.
Yes. And you were the Spectrum cable woman.
It's fierce.
Huh?
What happens at our producers have told us to ask you what you do at the gym because you're always in such great shape.
You pick people's pockets, don't you? You go through the locker room.
I
and
go
you
through the
steal.
lockers.
What, I think
I
you're one
smell
of
their
those,
jock straps.
I think you're one of those people who only does an elliptical and has jeans on and sunglasses.
Yeah, and top and bottom lashes.
No, I love my workout gear.
What's going on there?
It's all black and everything is like
Skin tight.
I love it.
Is it a brimmed hat and a cape?
I wear a hat, but no cape. But I do wear a hat, and my my little workout jacket that I love to wear has shoulder pad, like little mini shoulder pads in it.
Oh my God.
I know.
What's your favorite exercise?
Elliptical.
Okay.
I do 30 minutes on the elliptical. I do 20 minutes on the bike, and I lift at the same time.
Oh, I think that's kind of efficient.
That's crazy.
Killing two birds with one stone.
Absolutely.
And then I lay the mat out and I do my crunches.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do a pull down bar thing. And then I do my butt exercises. And then I sit in the sauna for 10 minutes.
Cunty.
But I'm a germaphobe.
Oh.
And so I don't do well in gyms. And so what I do is I carry these little out of order signs with me in my gym bag. And I will put them on the elliptical next to me and the elliptical over here so that no one will come and get on the machine next to me.
That is so
And
crazy.
I also put one on the sauna when I get there so that no one gets in the sauna before I get into it.
You are scam Tina.
It works. It works.
You are scamming. You're Joanne the scammer. That's amazing.
It does. And then people will come up and go, I went out of order. I just scream because I have my headphones in and I can't. I just go, out of order.
Keep walking, sweaty. Like,
But I don't understand this because this is the reason I do it. There will be a line of 10 elliptical machines and a person will walk in. All those will be empty and they'll get on the one right next to it. And you're like,
I know.
why?
It's so weird.
I know.
So that's why I started doing it.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I'm very efficient.
I have a black member, I have a black card membership.
That's what she said.
I have a black card membership at Planet Fitness because it's only $20 a month and they're everywhere. Are they a glamorous gym? No, but there's locations everywhere. So if you're on tour or whatever, no matter how lazy you are, 0.5 miles away. It's always 0.5 miles away.
Yes.
You know, I'm that brand of where I won't walk or run to the gym because that's too much, but I'll go there and walk and run. So I don't know what that is, but
I had Bally's. I was a member of Bally's. Remember
Bally's
them?
Total Fitness.
Yes. I think they're still taking money out of my account. But this
Planet
is a
Fitness is
smaller,
cunty.
more private gym, but it's still busy all the time.
Oh, yeah. I don't like that.
It's crazy.
I like the Planet Fitness because it's not glamorous, but it's super affordable. And for $20 a month, I think you get more than what you.
It's like $1 a day.
And it is regular people. And you know, my self-image goes up and down. And I like that it's not supermodels.
No,
Like
it's
Equinox or-
accessible.
It's me and librarians and car insurance people. You know what I mean? Like working
Exactly.
out.
Tom,
it's like,
Dick, and
It's like
Harry.
your Dave and Buster's.
It's my Dave and Buster's. And
I
I got to
love
go
that.
because my points are going to expire.
What, your Dave and Buster
Can't with
points?
those
I got
points
16,000 points.
I want to go with you.
Girl.
I love Dave and Buster's.
I go
I've
to the
never
one on
been.
Hollywood. Oh,
You've
I-
never been?
No.
We're going.
I'd
We're
love to go.
having a
It's fun.
date night out at Dave and Buster's. There's a wonderful one there on Hollywood and Highland. It's where James and I go all the time.
It's
I win at
good.
the basketball hoops.
Ooh.
Nice little flow through with that wrist. And I won a little necklace that had a K on it.
For what? Oh, Kelly.
For Kelly.
Ketamine. I don't know why I thought of
was
like
like-
ketamine.
So Kelly Mantle, star of the Kelly Mantle Show,
Yes.
a new riveting podcast. Where can the viewers and listeners find you on the World Wide Web?
They can find me on my YouTube. Type in Kelly Mantle and you will find the podcast there. The podcast is available on Apple Podcast and Spotify and the Spectrum cables.
Mobile.
And you can find me on TikTok and Instagram and Blue Sky. I'm on Blue Sky now.
I love your TikTok,
What's
Kelly.
your at?
Do
Is
you?
it the Kelly Mantle? Is it at?
I think my Blue Sky is just Kelly Mantle, but my Twitter is the Kelly Mantle.
Her TikTok is kind of like, it's like beauty filters and you kind of just like smiling at the camera and like playing with your hair. And that's like the whole TikTok.
I love that. I don't use filters.
Oh, right. Sorry. It's HD unedited footage. Sorry.
4K raw
I don't use
images.
filters. I don't know what you're talking about.
Love
God.
those shoes.
I love
Elle.
y'all.
I love you too.
Yeah.
Support Kelly on her podcast journey. It's hard to start a brand new pod because you feel like you're just, when we started every episode, I was like, is this right?
Yeah.
Y'all are
Are we
so
doing
good
this?
though. I mean, y'all are so easy to listen to. Y'all banter back and forth. It's just so
Listen to
good.
her or die.
Or
Yes.
die. And I'll go out and say it.
Or
You
get
hate.
completely assassinated.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Put the Kelly Mantle Show on before you get completely assassinated.
Yes.
If you don't listen to Kelly, you hate the LGBT
Transgenders.
plus community. Yes.
Lesbian transgender.
You hate the lesbian transgenders.
You hate the lesbian transgenders and the questioning IAs.
Goodbye.
The long pause with Kelly Mantle. Bye.